I welcome you to Boys SP, the channel that brings to you the latest news in the world of wrestling. If you are new to the channel, then kindly subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime we publish a new video. Without wasting much time, let's get into the details of the stories. WWE stated in their report early this week that both Big E and Sasha Banks were discharged from the hospital and were recovering at home. The wrestling promotion has also issued a report telling the details of the injuries sustained by Sasha Banks and Big E. This is how WWE reported it, and I quote, WWE can now confirm that Sasha Banks has suffered a severe bone bruise in her knee and a compressed nerve in her neck following the brutal attack by Bayley on Smackdown. We can also confirm that Big E suffered multiple lacerations and moderate to severe bruised ribs after the backstage assault by Sheamus. On last week's episode of WWE Smackdown, Big E was supposed to be a part of a fatal four-way match to determine a challenger for Roman Reigns' Universal Championship. The four superstars who were supposed to be a part of the match were Matt Riddle, King Corbin, Sheamus, and Big E. Before the match took place, Sheamus attacked Big E and took him out of the equation. Later in the night, Paul Heyman was seen making a request to WWE officials. It was later revealed that Jey Uso would replace Big E. Jey Uso went on to win the match and claim the opportunity to become Roman Reigns' first challenger for the Universal Championship at Clash of Champions. Sasha Banks and Bayley were on a good run for the past few months, but the WWE Universe noticed cracks in the friendship on recent episodes of WWE's shows. At WWE SummerSlam, Sasha Banks lost the WWE Raw Women's Championship to Asuka, and at WWE Payback, the Golden Role Models lost their tag team titles when the Boss submitted to Shayna Baszler. The fans of both Sasha Banks and Big E are asking when the two will return. What I can say for now is, we just have to wait until the two of them recover fully. In other news, Bobby Lashley reveals WWE superstars talking evil of him to Vince McMahon. Bobby Lashley is possibly on his best run in Vince McMahon's WWE. At WWE Payback, last Sunday, Bobby Lashley beat Apollo Crews to win the United States Championship for the second time in his career. Currently, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander and Bobby Lashley form the Hurt Business and make it a point beat up superstars that get in their way. The current United States champion talked about his run in WWE and that his ultimate goal is to hold the prestigious WWE Championship. Also, during the interview, Bobby Lashley spoke about his rapport with Vince McMahon and how the WWE chairman perceives the Almighty. This is what he said, and I quote, "I'm not a guy that is going to politic or badmouth someone in this company. I don't do it. Ever. I've had people I was wrestling go to Vince and say, I think it would be a good idea if I beat Bobby. And it was completely ignorant for someone to ever say that if you saw the two of us. I've always done what the company thought was best, but I've also always known what I was capable of doing. I know that I'm valuable and I know what I can accomplish." Bobby Lashley and Vince McMahon had a healthy relationship back in the former's first run in the company as well. How could one forget the reason why Vince McMahon was shaved bald at WrestleMania? In a match that was deemed the Battle of the Millionaires, Donald Trump chose Bobby Lashley as his fighter, and Vince McMahon chose Umaga. After Lashley beat Umaga, both Trump and Lashley got hold of McMahon and shaved the hair off his head. Since aligning with MVP, Bobby Lashley has been in the limelight on WWE Raw. Before winning the United States Championship, Lashley challenged for the WWE Championship back at WWE Backlash. Even though Lashley was unsuccessful in his effort, the WWE Universe realized how dominating a competitor Lashley is. In other stories, there is an update on Rey Mysterio's injury and return date. Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic have been fighting with Seth Rollins and his former protege Murphy for a few months at this point. We've seen Rollins gouge out Mysterio's eye in the eye for an eye match. This led to Dominic Mysterio making his in-ring debut at SummerSlam, facing Seth Rollins in a street fight in a losing effort. Dominic and Rey Mysterio teamed up at WWE Payback to beat Seth Rollins and Murphy in a tag team match. Unfortunately, Rey Mysterio is now out injured and original reports suggested that he could be out for 2 months. Dave Meltzer gave an update on Rey Mysterio's injury on the latest episode of Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltzer said that Mysterio's injury wasn't as bad as originally feared. As for a return date for Rey Mysterio, Meltzer noted that he could be back in 4 to 6 weeks. The Mysterio family made their presence felt on WWE Raw tonight. Dominic Mysterio was in action on the main event of Raw, where he took on Seth Rollins' former disciple Buddy Murphy. The Mysterio family accompanied Dominic to the ring for his match, with each of them carrying a kendo stick. The Mysterio family has been through a lot at the hands of the Monday Night Messiah and Murphy, and they got some revenge. Rey's daughter Alia and wife Angie freed Dominic as he was caught up on the ropes. This led to Dominic hitting Murphy with a sunset flip powerbomb through a table. Dominic then tied Murphy up in the ropes and unloaded on him with kendo sticks along with his dad, Rey Mysterio. Rey then invited Angie and Alia to come into the ring and attack Murphy with kendo sticks, which they did. Raw ended up all 4 members of the Mysterio family unloading on Murphy with kendo sticks. This is all I have for you today, and I will be back again with more related stories. Thanks for watching.